What's up, YouTube? Absolutely been a fat minute since we've made any kind of content, and obviously, as you saw on Instagram, and if not, well, then here it is right behind me, obviously, but I picked up a S15 Silvia, pretty much my childhood dream car, which is absolutely insane to think about. Yeah, this is the new drift car for, I don't know, I guess the foreseeable near future. I don't really know how much competition stuff I'm gonna be doing. I'm really excited to build this car out with a ton of style, a ton of flavor, full interior, just baller, OEM plus, like me, 15 years old, dreaming about an S15 drift car with my dad. So it's gonna be very similar to the very first car we built together, which was my red S14 in high school. Same paint code, AJ4, which is awesome. And I'll give you guys a quick tour of this thing if you haven't seen the post. So this thing is a factory AJ4 factory aero car. It is a 2000 year model. It did not come with the wing. It was missing the wing and the OEM taillights. I sourced both of these and just got it back from the body shop. I put the taillights on a few weeks ago. It had some very hideous ones that I will show on screen, and then I'll show some pictures of it without the wing. But my buddy Ryan Henderson, you guys will be seeing him on the channel a lot. His collision center that he works at, they did a killer job paint matching and mounting the wing, sealing it off and everything. And then my favorite thing about this car, factory manual, but option B interior. So factory blue door cards, factory blue suede seats. So yeah, basically my dream spec S15 Silvia. This is an NA model, so what we're going to be doing is running a NAT, utilizing the IS Hard Performance Turbo Kit. We'll do a link or whatever, all the fancy bits, and we'll make it like a 350 horsepower, very basic, just like bottom mount turbo party car, I guess, basically, but very nice party car. Not going to be tandeming with just anybody, just my good friends that I trust dearly, because this is my dream street car and drift car that we're building here. So yeah, so today we've got some goodies. The car has an aftermarket, very cringy Nismo shift boot in there. The steering wheel's crooked, which is bothering me, and it also has a very not so great metal shift knob for the floor to heat. Every time I get in the car, my hand's literally burning trying to shift. So I got Tomei shift knob, OEM shift boot, the OEM rain guards to put on, and wiper delete as well. And also Nismo clear side markers. So that's what we're gonna do in this very first video, what I'm considering bringing this car back to OEM spec, between the tail lights and the wing already being done. That's already taken care of. That's part of this video. Obviously I didn't do the wing myself, so the taillights I did, but I didn't film because the car wasn't, I don't know, I got eager to put them on and I didn't film it at my apartment. So what I'm getting at basically is this is episode 1 of the S15 build series, and we're bringing this thing back to OEM today. So full OEM spec. We're gonna make sure the interior is right so that you actually know there is the cringy Nismo shift knob and the shifter that I don't like. And then factory steering wheel that's crooked. They also did a very poor job wrapping this. Might try and take this off, might try and take this off because I feel like they just wrapped it because they didn't like the color. I'm willing to bet it's actually in pretty good shape. That's a gamble I'm willing to take because I'm putting an Nardi in this car eventually, so we'll see. We'll do that tonight. But let's get it back to OEM. So stoked for the rain guards, by the way. Didn't like that this car was missing the rain guards, so very hyped on that. Here's what we got. This is stuff for later. This is an OEM A-pillar bezel with the gauge pod on the Spec Rs. This is for when we're gonna be running like a link Ken gauge. Don't need that right now, otherwise it would obviously just have an empty hole. Tomei shift knob. You absolutely need these if you live in Florida. It's the only shift knob on the planet that doesn't literally hold heat at all. OEM shift boot. Thankfully they still make these and sell these. That was a nice find. Brand new in box, thankfully. And what Dad's got over here is probably the neatest piece. These are the OEM rain guards.
And we don't know Japanese.
Type shit. Get to translating, my boy. Okay, so I'm going to try, oh, well that was easy. I was gonna say I was gonna try and take off the shift knob, but I haven't fucked with this one yet. And apparently it was very, very loose. Or not loose, but it wasn't, some of these are fucking, feels like they're Loctited down damn near. I don't necessarily know how this works, so let me put you guys down real quick. Oh, that was easy. Okay, so I literally just pulled up on the back and then this came out very easily. I'm gonna shine the light in here because this shifter doesn't feel very great. This is probably, I just wanted to see what it is. It looks like a stock one. So I think they sell OEM Nismo units. I'll probably pick that up when we end up pulling the motor for the turbo swap. Got the Tomei shift knob on there, so thankfully we've got OEM shift boot and black Duracon Tomei knob. Need to put the top piece in there, but everything went in fine, and I'm so glad that the hideous Fismo shift boot is out. I got these bad boys. These are the last ones I could find at a US dealership. This is the clear side markers, or as they call them, Nismo winkers, but they're clear. They obviously still have an orange bulb in them, otherwise it wouldn't be orange, but these are like actual solid orange with a white bulb. These are the Nismo clear ones that have an orange bulb. So it'll look good, especially when there's brand new silver wheels. What do you think about the car? This is the first video. Obviously we've had it for a couple months at this point. You went with me to get it. We moved some cars around to be able to get it. So what do you think about the car, the plan, everything?
I think the plan's cool. We'll see how it looks. You've got the vision of it. I don't. You know.
It already looks great. It's an OEM Aero Silvia. Dad's not used to. Well, I mean, he is used to '90s JDM cars. He's had his hands on quite a few 240s, but none of them have the cool goodies that the JDM ones have. So.
I mean, I can see your vision, but it'll be neat to see it with all the good stuff on it.
Yeah,
the nice wheels and the stance.
Oh, we definitely need some wheels. These are OEM R32 stocks. They don't look bad. It's just 16 inches and a 6.5 width. It's bulb in, and then, look at me go. My brand new Nissan lenses. It's okay. They make quality stuff, so there's no scratches. Does it key in like that? Bam. Bam. Looks good. Pop's going crazy. One clear side marker for you. Make sure you clip it in the right way too. Make sure the Nissan's on top. Yep. Sweet. Useless, overpriced OEM Nissan parts that make minimal difference but tie it all together. Well, if they don't, then I just won't have side markers. All right, so we're starting the wiper delete. We got the one from Kill All Wipers. LZ sells it. This already has some kind of a wiper delete, basically just not the arm. So Pop's actually just cracked that loose with some pliers. And we got a few 10 millimeters under to get this motor out, and then it just drops, and you've got a hole in the glass. And then this has another 10 mil on the back, on the bottom, I mean. And then, yeah, they come off. So we'll get the bolts out from the bottom. I think we got to crack this loose too, right, Dad? This 23. I think he said it was 22, 23. And then should be able to get that motor out. It's already loose. Dude. Okay, so that's the harness side of it, and then we got, all right, so both of those are out. They're literally just holes in the glass, and then we'll get the wiper kit. But basically how it works, it's just these pieces that come in through the bottom. You put a little ring of the window sealant, and then you push it on top. And wipe away any excess that flushes out. Okay, we got kind of off task and started just working because one, it's dark in the shop and it's late and we're just doing a bunch of different things. Obviously, this is not an install video for any of these products. There's plenty of videos out there. This is just documenting what we're doing on the S15. As I said in the intro, this is what I consider getting it back to OEM. So wiper delete, not even OEM. Kill All Wipers. LZ sells those, worked really good. Although we did almost waste the entire tube of sealant that it came with. As soon as that punctured, it was pressurized and we lost a bunch. And then, so we did that. Obviously, like I said, before the video, I did the wing and the tail lights. If we come inside, I'm an idiot and I left the flashlight, but OEM brand new shift boot that I showed you guys, and Tomei shift knob. And then I just took the wheel off. The guy had this rewrapped. You want to show the wheel real quick, Dad? The guy had this rewrapped. It looks nice. He did the blue leather to match the option B. I thought that was cool. But he wrapped these black. Even though these are in bad shape, I'd rather them just be the OEM silver rather than some really poorly done gloss black. And then the wheel was not centered when whoever wrapped this took it off. You could literally see that the spline line and then the center on the steering wheel like were off like multiple teeth. So that was very silly. So we did that, centered the wheel. We did the front turn signals, the side markers. So, yep, OEM Nismo clear side markers. And then that's pretty much all we did today. Dad, if you want to follow me in here real quick. Oh, this is the first video that the shop is in the camera. We're moving a bunch of shit around here. The last piece that we have to get it back to OEM per se is the OEM rain guards, but we kind of need some light and some interior pry tools that we have at that trailer and not in here. So that'll be another day. Maybe I'll throw these on after the BCs or something, just when we have some extra time. But these are OEM Nissan rain guards. Luckily, a lot of retailers still sell brand new Nissan parts for these things, so that's really awesome. So letting that dry, and then I'm gonna head home. But that's pretty much it for everything. We did, like I said, all the little shit that I wanted to do before we do the BCs, the brakes, the suspension arms, and then, yeah, and then we wrap the whole into building a whole another drift car. So that's it. We'll catch you on the next video. This is episode 1 of building an S15 with my dad. Episode 2 coming very soon. Peace.